guys, it's Kim Town here. I just decided this morning that I would start a channel, I suppose you could call it, all about seashells. This has come about because I have joined a few Facebook pages in the last few days, and oh my gosh, I have met some wonderful, wonderful people who, well, are crazier for shells like I am. And I can't believe it, actually. I've just, oh, wow. I thought, and I only come up with the idea about an hour ago after talking to somebody on one of the Facebook pages. Um, so this is new to me. I've never done this sort of thing before, and I just hope that I can, well, do it without making a fool of myself. So the Facebook pages that in particular I want to mention that I joined in the last few days is Seashell Swap Australia. A big hi to Amanda Scott. She has started this page up and it is fantastic. I've met a lot of people on there. Ashley, Trish, Cindy, Aviana, you all know who you are, and I've spoken to you in detail about shells, and oh, I just love chatting to you about shells, and it's just, oh, I'm just so excited. And I've also in the last day or so joined another one called Seashell Swap. Now, a lady called Kim Mayrose has set this up. I'm only new to the page. I posted a few photos of my shells yesterday and last night, and I'm blown away by everybody that's commented and made such lovely comments about my shell collection. I just can't fathom how many people just love shells like I do. I want to say hello to Tamara, Carol, Tammy, Lisa from Seashell Swap. Oh, that's a tongue twister. I just wanted to give you a quick video of my shell collection. I know I've posted heaps of photos of them, but this is my living room, my lounge room, pretty basic, nothing exciting. I have got my vacuum out ready to do some housework, but let's say that's probably not going to happen today, or, well, maybe not even tomorrow, but I'll get there eventually. This is the corner that you've all been seeing the last few hours and, well, the last day or so, with my beloved shells. I haven't shown you any of the ones on the top here yet because I haven't really had a chance to take a heap of photos, but I'll give you a bit of a bird's eye view with this video of the shells on the top of my cabinet. A lot of these shells were my grandmother's. Some of them, well, most of them that aren't my grandmother's I have bought. Unfortunately, I haven't found a lot of shells myself, which is a shame because I really love collecting seashells. It's so relaxing walking along the beach and looking for shells, but it does get a bit, well, upsetting when you don't actually find any, which is, in this case here where I live, I don't find many shells. That's why I have spent a lot of money on buying shells. Now, this is my bigger collection of cowrie shells at the back there, and my cone shells at the front. There's many different types there from all over the world. I've got a couple of golden cowries, which are my favourite cowries. You'll notice there's a few holes there. Those shells I have out in my office/garage, which I'm going to go out and show you in a minute, and I'm going to actually tell you a little bit about them and help you, learn about shells, or my shells anyway. This might help you ID shells that you have, or you might be just simply interested to see what I've got. I'm just excited that I can speak to people about this. I mean, I know lots of people that love shells, but in my house it's a bit like, oh God, here she goes again, she's talking about shells. But now I can talk about shells whenever I want, and I know you guys are going to be absolutely interested in what I have to say, and look at my shells. Okay, well, that's my shell cupboard that I have been showing you for the last 24 hours. Down the bottom I had to take some of my shells out because my husband actually got his stamp collection from his dad, so this has now become the shell and stamp collection cupboard. Okay, so I'm going to make my way, with my vacuum still sitting there, back out into my garage where I have, I'm just going to put my shoes on, 6 shelves that I've set up that I'm going to show you and give you the names of. I kind of want to make this a bit like, if you remember, Sheldon from The Big Bang Theory had it was quite funny actually, a section on his show, or their show, that he used to have called Fun with Flags. Well, I'm going to do Fun with Shells. If anybody can think of a better, what would I say, saying, I can't think of anything starting with S. Sassy shells, I don't know. I like fun with shells, but fun with flags sounds better. Now I'm just trying to put my camera onto the tripod, which is proving more difficult than I thought. Hang on a second. If I could actually see what I'm doing. Okay, here we go. Sorry about all the noise. I'm just going to focus in, and then I'm going to go. You might get to see me. Why is that all funny? That's better. You might get to see a little bit of me on this video. I don't particularly like being on video. I'm not that photogenic. Let's see if I can focus this in properly. Not sure whether you're going to be able to see these properly. These are some of my cowries. Now these cowries are endemic or only found in Australia. I'll just move this one over. And I thought you might like to learn about them. Okay, I'll just pop around and say hi. Okay, now, given that you all love shells like I do, I don't think that you're going to be uninterested in what I have to say. Now, just so you know, I've been an avid shell collector for 3 or 4 years. I inherited some of my grandmother's shell collection, but as I mentioned on one of the Facebook pages last night, when I was a kid, shells, yeah, seen one shell, you've seen them all, and now, of course, I'm kicking myself because I love shells and my grandmother loves shells. So some of these were hers, only one of these actually, and the others I've actually purchased. So I'm a bit of a cowrie freak. Cowries are my favourite shells, probably then followed by the cone shells, and then after that the volutes or volutas. I'm going to start off with 6 of my cowrie shells, and these 6 are, as I said, endemic. Oh, there goes my dog, great. Endemic to Australia, only found in Australia. So I'll start from this side. These 2 here are the same shell but different variations or colours of the one shell. These shells are called Umbilia hesitata. Now they are found, throughout Australia,